Yi is an ideographic character whose original meaning was a container for holding arrows. In primitive society, during gathering and hunting activities, people inevitably suffered injuries and spontaneously used wild grass, leaves, and herbs to bandage wounds, apply pressure, stop bleeding, and drain pus. These primitive methods of debridement, topical hemostatic agents, and minor surgeries were the origin of surgery. The use of stone needles to lance and drain pus formed the earliest surgical instruments. The use of stone needles is recorded in the Classic of Mountains and Seas from the Muang Han tomb. Based on the content of the Preach and Silk manuscript 52 prescriptions unearthed, there was already a relatively complete system of traditional Chinese surgical medicine at that time, albeit without anesthesia. With the emergence of social division of labor, folk healers had different specializations, leading to the division of medical fields. Surgery became a specialty during the Zhou dynasty, when the rites of Zhou categorized doctors into 4 major types: physicians, surgeons, dietitians, and veterinarians. Among them, the Yang Yi were the surgeons, specializing in treating abscesses, ulcers, metal wounds, and bone fractures or injuries. In the history of traditional Chinese medicine development, Shennong holds a significant position and is revered as its founder. Liu Shu of the Song dynasty wrote in Tong Weiji, when people suffered illnesses and did not know medicines, Emperor Yan began to taste the properties of plants. It is said he encountered 70 toxins in one day, but divinely transformed them. He then created books of prescriptions to treat people's ailments, thus establishing the way of medicine. By the spring and autumn and warring states periods over 2,000 years ago, traditional Chinese medicine had gradually developed into a systematic medical theoretical framework. The Huangdi Nijing is considered one of the earliest classics of TCM, containing theories on human physiology, pathology, diagnosis, and treatment. These theories, based on yin-yang, the 5 elements and meridians, form the core concepts and treatment principles of TCM. During the Han Dynasty, TCM knowledge was compiled into more systematic medical texts, such as the Treatise on Cold Damage and Miscellaneous Diseases, and the Synopsis of Prescriptions from the Golden Chamber, enriching TCM theory and practice. The relationship between arrows and surgery must be mentioned. The earliest arrows were simple, a tree branch or bamboo pole, cut to length, and sharpened at one end. However, the true origin of the arrow dates back to the Stone Age of primitive society. People sharpened stone flakes, bone, or shells into pointed shapes and attached them to the end of the shaft, creating arrows with stone, bone, or shell arrowheads. This was a significant advancement over simply sharpened wood or bamboo. Arrows needed to be stored neatly, hence the creation of containers for holding them. The Shuan Jizi states, Yi is a container for storing bows, crossbows, and arrows, which extended to mean injuring people with arrows. Later, the character meaning to hit or strike, depicting a hand holding a stick, was added to form the character Yi. The Shuan Jizi also states, Yi represents the sound of shock and pain made when a person is hit by an arrow. It derives from Shu with Yi indicating pronunciation. As ancient people mastered medical techniques, they discovered that during surgery, alcohol could not only disinfect scalpels, but also reduce the patient's pain if consumed. Thus, the radical yo, representing wine or alcohol, was added below yi to form the character yi, used to signify treating wounds from swords, arrows, and external blows. As the Shuan Jizi further explains, yi is a worker who treats illness. For example, in the Zuo Zhuan, it says the king of Chu sent a doctor to examine him. From this, the meaning extended to treat and cure. For example, the Guo Yu, a superior doctor, is a highly skilled one. Such a doctor can first govern the state, and only then diagnose and treat people's illnesses. This embodies the true nature of a doctor. The ancient character Yi also meant a person who treats illness. It was also written as Yi, meaning a witch doctor. Later, both were simplified and standardized to Yi. The image shows an ancient medical box used for storing medicine and arrowheads, interpreted as the character Yi. How did the Shang dynasty people describe this scene? Example 1 and Example 2, Shang dynasty oracle. They depict the appearance of a container with arrows inside. Example 3, Warring States period large seal script, evolved into Yi. Example 4, Eastern Han Dynasty small seal script, regularized, with the radical yo added below, written as Yi. Example 5, Clerical script. The top right part is written within Ko shape, a variant personal writing style. Example 6. Tang Dynasty regular script Yan style traditional Yi. U style traditional. There are running script. And cursive script. Tang Dynasty regular script Yan style simplified Yi. U style simplified Yi. Trace back to the source, and learn the pure Oracle bone script.